What's up guys, Jason McMurray here. I'm out in the garage doing some snowmobile gear reviews. Today I'm talking boots. I'm talking Adrenaline Pro GTX boas by Klim and the Havoc GTX boa snow bike boots. I'm going to talk some pros and cons, so let's get into it.
Spread myself too thin day to day. They pull me apart and down near break me. I try to stay calm when things break down, but I gotta admit I'm ready to melt down. I'm ready to melt down. I'm ready to melt down.
Okay, up next we have the Klim Adrenaline Pro GTX boas. These boots are a couple seasons old. They probably have 150-ish days of riding. So I would consider these boots at the end of their life. They're now just going to be a spare boot that comes along with me on trips as a backup. So this is definitely a long-term review for these suckers. Keep in mind, there's a newer style Adrenaline Pro GTX, but I don't think there's a lot of changes. I think it was mostly just color schemes, but I don't think there was a lot of design changes for the new Adrenaline. So I think a lot of things will carry over for this review to the new Adrenaline Pros. So like I said, a couple seasons on them. They got some wear and tear, which is to be expected. They've had some abuse. So these retail for $489 Canadian, which is pretty expensive, but they got me through a couple seasons, no problems. So I have no big complaints with them. So I'll start with the pros. As always, my feet were warm and dry every day that I rode with these boots. Very comfortable, very cushy on the top, side, and bottom of your foot. Ankle support, everything's nice and cushy that way. So another pro that I found was these soles were really grippy on the running boards. Grip the running boards really well, grip the ice in the parking lots, not at all. These are deadly on ice. Be careful in the parking lot with these. Not a big deal. When you're on the sled, the soles grip really well. Which leads me to a con about the soles. I won't get into that yet. I'm still on pros, so we're talking pros. The boa system, definite pro for me. I love how quick they are to loosen off, to get your foot in and out, and then to tighten up. Same thing, just spin them up, and you can really cinch them down to give your ankle lots of support, and they work well. I never had a minute's problem with any of my boa systems on any of my boots. They work really well. Never really even heard of too many guys having issues with the boa system, so don't be afraid to go with that system over laces. You won't regret it. It's a really nice system. I don't know what else I can say about pros other than warm and dry. They've held up pretty good for their price. I'm a size 11. Got a size 11 and they fit well that way. They're pretty true to size. Just looking at the boot, for the abuse that I put them through, they've held up quite well. Okay, so I'm gonna start talking about the cons. I have an issue with Klim's toe cap protection or lack thereof. I find with boots, the toe cap gets a lot of abuse from kicking out running boards and kicking them off, getting in and out of the trucks and trailers. they need a better toe cap. I don't know what material this is, but it's great that it's waterproof and all that jazz, but I think you could put a toe cap on there that would protect that a lot better. That was the only issue that I really had with these, is I had a few pretty good tears in the toe cap from kicking them, probably kicking my running boards. And Klim doesn't warranty that kind of stuff, so you're stuck with it. So what I ended up doing was using like a windshield urethane goop stuff on the toe cap to seal that back up and get some toughness in that toe cap. Since I did that, I haven't had really any more issues. I've ran them like that for quite a few days. So it's kind of sad that almost $500 boots you have to do something like that too, but it is what it is. So Klim, come up with a better toe cap and I'll be your biggest fan. So another con is, I talked about the sole being grippy on the running boards. Great. Not grippy on ice, that's not so great, but not a deal breaker. I'm more concerned about performance on the sled, which they do grip really well. I can't complain about that, but what I do complain a little bit about is being grippy. I know you gotta sacrifice some stuff, so I don't know if you can see this here, but I really chewed up these soles pretty bad, to the point now I have an actual chip right out of this boot. You can see there. They're pretty chewed up, but hey, I'm not complaining. That's a lot of days of riding for me. And they still held up pretty good. Like I said, these are on their last legs and they'll just be backup boots for me. They'll still work for the few days that I'm gonna need them. And I think you're probably gonna see Klim come out with a new sole for the Adrenaline Pros. Maybe, hopefully in conjunction with the snow bike soles with the Michelins. I found those a lot tougher, but not as grippy, so I understand there's some compromise there, so not complaining about that. I can't say it's a pro or a con, but just showing you what I found. Other than that, the only other cons I find, and this is just personal opinion, but I find them a little low, and I find they'll tend to dig into your leg a little bit more. I'm just comparing it to like a motocross style boot or the snow bike style boot, where they come up higher and they disperse that across your leg better. Again, that's just personal preference. Not quite as much ankle support, but it allows for a lot more movement. You can actually like walk around in these and use them just as regular snow boots, which is cool. So again, that's personal preference. It's gonna be up to you what you like. These also have the D-ring, keep your snow pants held down. Work good with the Motor Fist bibs. They have the cinch there that snaps on and they seal up good. I don't ever get snow down my boots, and like I said, my feet are always warm and dry. So the Adrenaline Pros are definitely a thumbs up for me, and we'll see how the snow bike boots play out in the long run. And that's gonna decide my next pair of boots, if I'm gonna go back to the Adrenaline Pros or stick with the snow bike boots. I've ran these Adrenaline Pros for a couple seasons and put them through the ringer, and they've held up well, and I can't complain about them. So we'll see how the snow bike boots hold up, and that's gonna decide what boots I go with next. So yeah, keep the new boots coming, Klim. Keep working, maybe come out with a new sole for these, and please come up with a toe cap for all of your boots, and then we're gonna be onto something really awesome with boots. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like my reviews, leave a comment, like it, share it, subscribe, and I'm going to hopefully pump out some more gear reviews. Let me know what you want to see. If you have any questions about anything I'm wearing or using, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.